On Survivor. The survivors found that lying was just a part of the game.
As far as this game, I think you do need to lie a little bit. I think with how the game's going, if you want to stay, you're going to have to bend the truth. Not lie, but bend the truth and just tell people one thing and do the other thing.
At the checkerboard challenge, Ryan won immunity. Trying to stay alive, Rochelle and Matt approached Emily, Elizabeth, and Kelly for an alliance.
So I was wondering if you three would like to join me and Matt in an alliance. You would have more of a chance to win money if you came with us than if you were to stay with the other guys.
So the two of them have been coming up to me and asking me to join their alliance and join them, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
But at tribal council, Rochelle was voted out of the tribe.
Rochelle, the tribe is over.
7 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
It's kind of a sad day after last night. Gonna miss Rochelle, and I don't know, it's a little scary because I'm going into it, and I think that the old Baron team has a lot more alliances going on, and they have Elizabeth, so I think they're in a pretty good position right at the moment if they want to pick me off any week, pretty much. So just gonna have to try and talk to some people and see if I can work anything out, but at the moment doesn't feel so good.
The next one in the plan to be voted off is Matt. And pretty much the only reason why we're voting him off is because he's the last one from Samburu, aside from Elizabeth. But she thinks she's in our alliance now. So first it will be Matt, and then it will be Elizabeth, and then it will be down to the 5 of us. And that was been the plan all along. And the 5 of us thought, and we've all agreed on this plan, and we're gonna take it to the end.
I think the Final Four is definitely one of my major goals. Originally just not to go out early was basically my goal, and then so every week's just kind of like a bonus. And it's really hard right now because only a few votes away from the Final Four. I feel so close. Even by winning a few immunity challenges, I can make it. So it's kind of one of those bittersweet things that I'm so close yet so far.
A while back, I was approached by all the Duchenne people, and so far we decided that the 4 of us are going to stick together till the end.
At the beginning, there was 4 Duchenne people, and there still is 4 Duchenne people. How that all worked out, I don't know.
I have thought about my situation because I was the one who switched over, so I could be voted off. But I feel pretty comfortable because I do trust Emily, and I don't think that she would lead me down the path where I get voted off. But if it happens, it happens. It's a game, and I won't really mind that much. I mean, someone's gotta
Yeah, it's kind of strange that the Duchesne kids are gonna. The Duchesne kid might win it. You never know.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Dad.
For today's task, now, as you've been surviving together over these past couple weeks, you've gotten to know each other, but a lot of it, you face the paranoia and a lot of stress going on. But tonight we're just gonna chill out, and each of you is gonna get about 5 minutes to tell everyone your life story. Matt, let's hear it.
My dad taught me how to play golf when I was 7. I've been doing that a lot. Played golf and basketball in high school. Captain of my basketball team senior year. We weren't very good.
So I was born January 4th, 1983 in the best state in the world, which is Minnesota. It was snowing, I remember. Snowing a lot. I was born with a cone head, actually. I'm not even kidding. I had a little cone head. The rest of my childhood is pretty much a blur. I used to have a cat named Buffy. I remember I was like 6 and we thought it ran away, but it really got hit by a car. And it was just under the tree outside. And we found it 3 days later. And the flies were eating it. Well done.
I was born in Hicksville. Lived there all my life, just like Billy Joel.
I like Billy Joel.
He lives there?
Yeah.
You see him?
His son goes to the high school that's around the corner from me.
What state is this Hicksville in?
Well, it's in New York, Long Island.
Long Island.
Long Island, yeah.
Then when I was probably around 7, my parents bought a house in New Jersey, Seagirt. It's near the beach. So I spent pretty much all my weekends during the school year there and all my summers there, where I picked up the sport of bodyboarding, which I competitively did.
My family likes to travel. I've been to Costa Rica, Ecuador, Africa, Turkey, and Alaska. That's about it.
I was born February 20th, 1983 in Taiwan. It's kind of far away. It's a little bitty island.
So you were made in Taiwan. All right.
I had a pretty good childhood. At the age of 5, started smoking. It wasn't my fault. It was just some construction worker, thought I was a little stupid little kid who was like, "Hey, you want to smoke?" And I didn't know what I was doing, so I tried it. I gave it up after one try.
You quit? That's the hardest part. Good for you. Nicotine?
Yeah, I was pretty addicted at 5.
That's tough, man.
I was born October 7th, 1982 in Sandusky, Ohio.
Is that where Tommy Boy was?
Yes, Tommy Boy. Oh, I had a rabbit when I was little. His name was Scooter. No, Scooter. Here's him. We used to walk him down the street.
You were cool. It's a rabbit.
I still have a scar.
He tried to kill you?
Did you hit it back? That's what I would have done.
Well, guys, that was cool. Glad to learn about y'all. And that's it for the night.
We're going back to our camp. That's what we do after tasks.
So what's up?
I just want to see where you stand. I don't know. It just seems like at this point, it's so close to the end that strategy becomes such a big issue.
It's going to be hard to convince people to vote for, say, whatever, Emily.
Well, I totally understand that, but the thing is that it's going to happen at some point.
I mean, that makes sense. It does make sense, except right now what you're asking me to do is to pretty much go against the people in my alliance. And I know that's strategy, but as far as I feel, I'm not going to backstab one of my friends or like one of my teammates until I have to.
I think loyalty is an important part of the game, but at the same time, I'm just saying, we're getting down to the last. I mean, really, once you get to 3, it's out of your hands. Because whoever wins immunity wins immunity. But for the next 4 votes or whatever it is, it has to. I mean, it's so close to the end at this point. I just don't see. It's gonna happen in the next couple couple weeks, regardless if you wanted to or not. And my point too, as far as where you stand, that you're the only one who has votes other than Kelly. And so all of a sudden, I think that makes you more vulnerable. Yeah, I just had a good conversation with Ed. I was basically just trying to feel it out, kind of see where he stands. And it's really tough now that there's only 7 of us. I trust Ed in what he's telling me, and I think that if it does come down to the final few, that I can trust Ed, and that even he and I at some point may be able to do something together if the situation arises. But it's just so hard right now, because especially not knowing the other members, as far as they were the old Veron tribe, most of them, and they've been together. I don't know who to trust, and I feel like if I don't want immunity like every week, that I'm the next one to go.
I want to win now. I mean, I've come all this way, and my competitive spirit is coming out right now, and I want to win. I want to get immunity. I want it all. I mean, I don't care that you win like money or something, whatever. I just want to be the ultimate survivor.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's going quite well.
For today's immunity challenge, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to read you guys a story. It's a brief history of Boston College. And then, throughout Keys Hall, there are 7 questions with an A or B answer. You guys are going to have to run around, find those questions, and answer them correctly. When you answer one correctly, you get a little card, which you're going to run back here and take underneath your name. First person to collect all 7 cards wins immunity. You got it? Yeah. All right, first things first. Ryan, if you can need that immunity cactus back. Thank you. This is up for grabs again tonight. Now, to make things a little bit more interesting, we're going to bring in some old friends to help us out. How's it going, guys? Jesse, Lee, Michelle, Zach, Brian, Bill. These 7 old castaways who you guys had a hand in booting, they will be placed strategically throughout Keys with the question. They are going to ask you the question, give you the 2 choices for answers, and you're going to have to respond. If you get it right, they'll give you your card. If you get it wrong, they're going to send you away. So you guys can go ahead to your positions. Alright, here's the story. A brief history of Boston College. Boston College was founded by the Society of Jesus in 1863 and is one of 28 Jesuit colleges and universities in the United States. With 3 teachers and 22 students, the school opened its doors on September 5, 1864. At the outset, and for more than 7 decades of its first century, the college remained an exclusively liberal arts institution with emphasis on the Greek and Latin classics, English, and modern languages, and with more attention to philosophy than to physical or social sciences. Religion, of course, had its place in the classroom as well as in the non-academic life of the college. Originally located on Harrison Avenue in the south end of Boston, where it shared quarters with the Boston College High School, the college outgrew its urban setting toward the end of its first 50 years. A new location was selected in Chestnut Hill, then almost rural, and 4 parcels of land. Development of the campus was won by the firm of McGinnis and Walsh, and ground was broken on June 19, 1909 for the construction of Gaston Hall. It is located on the site of the Lawrence farmhouse in the center of the original tract of land purchased by Father Gaston, and is built largely of stone taken from the surrounding property. By 1970, all undergraduate programs had become co-educational. Today, women students comprise more than half the university's enrollment. In 1996, the Evening College became the College of Advancing Studies, offering a master's degree as well as the bachelor's degree. The university's longest presidency, 24 years, came to an end when Father J. Donald Monin became chancellor and was succeeded in the presidency by Father William P. Leahy. Survivors ready? Go! 1, 2, three. First three on the board.
How long was Father Mullen in office of president?
Thank you. Jackson College was founded by A. Society of Jesus, B. Council of Jesuits. Good luck.
At the outset, the academic focus was what? A, philosophy, or B, theology?
Philosophy.
Hey. Nobody's been here in a while.
It's been quiet for a while.
Yes, Timmy, Peter.
You don't have to run.
Gaston Hall is located on the site of the old A. Lawrence Farm.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Yeah, for
This is ridiculous.
Still have seven.
Elizabeth, that's it. Finally on the board. Good job.
Yeah.
What year was BC founded? 1867?
63.
Correct.
Oh, man.
Gaston Hall is located on the site of the old A. Lawrence Farmhouse, B. Jackson Manor.
You say that.
Ed, good job. You're in the lead. You got one more to go.
Sweet.
Where are the rest of them?
I don't know, but you're in last place with 4. Ed and Emily, they're in first. They got one more to go. Better, Mike.
In 1996, the evening college became what? A, College of Graduate Education, or B, College of Advancing Studies?
Advancing studies?
Yeah. You're a mess.
I still have 2 left. Wow.
I still have 7 left. No one's come yet.
In 1996, the evening college became what? A, College of Graduate Education, or B, College of Advancing Studies?
Hey.
No. In 1996, the evening college became what? A, College of Graduate Education, or B, College of Advancing Studies? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drive her car. I know her parents don't care because I drove
Yeah,
her.
but
In 1974, Boston College acquired what? A. New College of the Sacred Heart, or A. New College of the Holy Ghost.
Oh, you need to catch up. It's got to be low.
Yes, I'm the last one.
I need one more.
Gaston Hall is located.
It's okay.
Matt. Again. Everyone, chapel council tomorrow night. See ya.
Having Matt win kind of threw a wrench into the whole mechanics of our voting people out.
Winning community night was amazing. It was just such a good feeling, especially to come from behind at the end when I really thought I was done.
At this point, we need to do some house cleaning. The person I probably have the least trust in this game right now is Kelly. And she's one of those people that I think when it comes down to it, if there's like a, when the alliance, let's call it alliance for now. And when it comes down to it, she's a person that I would see most likely switch to the other side and vote for me.
I agree.
And at this point, I have so many votes. I don't even know how many, but a lot. Less than her, but I'm catching up. And the longer she stays, I might rack up a few more votes here and there. And if I get rid of her, then I won't risk a tie at any point. I mean, I do feel pretty safe, but then again, like, you never know. Like, the people over at Duchesne,
Right, like
they
that's
could
only.
all of a sudden just form a Duchesne thing and just pick us off.
I don't think it's wise to vote off Kelly as far as strategy.
In talking to Ed, he seems very confident in his position of where he is now, and I don't know. As far as I know, he may have every right to be, but I think he's taking for granted a little bit the loyalty in this game, because I've already seen it. I think even more than him, that loyalty is pretty fickle, and that from one week to the next, if someone feels it's their advantage to do something else, they're going to do it.
So Matt just came over and talked to me about this week's tribal council. He's a really nice guy. I've really gotten to know him, and I really, really like him. I would like to help him, but what he offered me and what he suggested, in my opinion, was just a difficult thing to say yes to, because I'm in a safe situation right now. He's asking me to get into a situation where it could be very risky. He calls it, strategic, but I see it as a dumb move.
Lying's a tough one, because there's a fine line between Survivor the game and the friendships and the people that you meet during Survivor. So, I mean, I think at some point you're gonna cross the line, even if you try. I try my best not to, and I haven't to this point. But I think there may come a time when it becomes necessary towards the end, and it's part of the game. And I know people take it personally, and I've been lied to during this game, and it does hurt, and it's not fun to go through. But at the end of the day, you realize that it's all part of the game, and it's all in good fun.
I've gotten pretty good at lying, which probably isn't a good thing, but but that's what this game has taught me to do.
Alliances aren't running as strong as they used to.
I've got to thinking on my own. I've just stuck with the same people the whole time, and now I'm starting to question if maybe I should be thinking in a different mode and trying to ally with other people, and maybe because the people I'm allied with now, like, it's not going to help me in the end.
A couple weeks ago, me and Brian were talking, and we were like, we're going to try to maneuver our way to the final two, hopeful for the final three. We think, will be me, him, and somebody else. And, he said he'll have my back, and we'll vote off the other person.
Well, recently after the last task, when me, Emily, Elizabeth, and Brian had an interview, they started talking about who we'd vote off, and the name, Ed's name kept coming up. And when I heard that, I was just in total shock, because I thought he was coming to the final four with us.
It seems like the people who live over in Duchesne are, very growing stronger by the day, and my fear is that they'll form a Duchesne thing and stab me in the back.
I don't know if we're still on the same page and they're just acting, or if we're going our separate ways.
Here's the deal. Matt got immunity, and he was supposedly going to be the next one off. So now it's a toss-up. Me and Wade talked it over, and it was either between Elizabeth or Ed. I don't know. I think we're gonna vote for Ed. We might talk about it right before we vote. It's still up in the air.
Maybe getting rid of Ed now while we can.
Well, I'm a little nervous and a little scared. Tonight, I got a lot of votes already. And coming into this thing, I'm really scared about whatever's gonna happen. And then the deal was we're gonna vote off Matt next. And he got immunity. So everyone just doesn't know who to vote for. And people might go back on alliances, and I'm just really scared, and I just hope that the people who I talk to will do what is right.
Right now, my feelings about whether they're gonna just boot me as soon as they can, are still up in the air. I don't know. It's not that I can't trust them, but the game is to win. It's not to make friends. It's not to be nice to your friends. It's to win.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Before we start, just want to bring in our jury. guys now have a 1 in 7 shot and $150. Let's talk about last week's vote. Ed, surprised to get votes last week?
Yeah, definitely very surprised. I came in here thinking I was pretty secure and didn't see those 2 votes coming.
Ed, that's interesting that you said you were surprised, because usually when I ask you guys, you say that you feel pretty vulnerable when you come to tribal council.
Well, that is true, but it just, in my opinion, I didn't see how those votes would have affected my standing in this game, so I really didn't expect those votes. I expected maybe those votes were for somebody else, but when I saw them, I was very surprised.
Elizabeth, can you capture in one word what this game is all about? What is the overriding quality that it takes to get this far in the game?
Determination.
Why determination?
I think it really depends on how badly you want to win the game, depending on what you'll do, what you won't do.
Kelly, one of the benefits of this experience, new friendships.
Yeah, I made a lot of new friendships here. I trust the people pretty well, but I always got to keep in the back of my mind, this is a game. And as Ryan said, people are going to stab others in the back, and I don't know, I always have to keep a lookout, but I trust them pretty well.
Matt, do you think you would have been in danger being voted out tonight had you not won immunity?
Yeah, definitely. I felt that last night's challenge was huge for me, and I think it would have been a whole mess of trouble.
Mike, is this an adventure that tests your integrity and morality? Or is this a game that is about rules and how can I exploit them? Morality doesn't play.
I think it's definitely a little bit of both. I think you definitely need to play with morality and ethics.
Emily, what are you basing your vote on tonight?
I think each person's going to vote for who they need to be gone in order for them to get closer to winning.
Ryan, how close is this game to getting ugly?
I think the game has already gotten ugly, and each week I think it gets worse and worse. So I'm not really looking too forward to upcoming weeks.
Why didn't you guys take a second look over there at Brian and Rochelle? Slowly, the power base shifts from this side to that side. How can you vote someone out and expect to get their vote in the end? Just want to remind you that before we vote tonight. Ed, you're first.
I'm voting for you because at this point in the game, everything's about security, and you're the person I feel least safe with.
I think all the people remaining, you've done the least to try to stay in the game. It's the worst vote so far, and I hope you understand.
Strategically, could come into play later. If there's a tie to the previous votes. Nothing personal, but I think at this point in the game, it's just the right move.
I'll go tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Ed. Kelly. Mike. Kelly. That was believe that's 4 votes. That's the majority. Here's your torch. Kelly, Travis vote. You now have a 1 in 6 chance at $150. Head back to camp. Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode of Survivor.
I was really surprised. I had no idea I was going to be voted off. We said the 5 of us were going to go all the way, and apparently we're not. So I guess I trusted everyone a little too much. So it's the way it works. I wish everybody luck, and I hope Matt makes it. I hope he wins. Sorry, guys.
Next week on Survivor, the Baran Alliance is wary of Elizabeth.
So Liz is kind of on to us. She's definitely smart about this game.
Matt develops a strategy to stay alive in the game.
The 2 girls, Emma and Elizabeth, to come with me and join up against the guys.
And at this point in the game, anything can happen.
No matter what, the next few challenges are gonna be a test of my morals anyways. So maybe I should do strategy now.
I think he's actually a very dangerous person to have around.
I think tonight, there's a possible chance of a big shakeup